Good morning. How the heck you doing? This video, the audio never starts properly on time. So again, Mark Donegan, self-healing practitioner, educator, October 30th, 2021. It's definitely strange times. It's the first time I've said that since the virus started to myself. Um, I don't know if anyone else is. Well, I mean, we've all said, strange time because of the virus, but it didn't affect anyone's life for a while, and then it did, and then everybody went, "Oh my God, strange times." Well, I moved through this virus thingy, getting my medical done. Like, I didn't have any of that. Um, None of that. Actually, the virus was a good thing up until lately. Um, but yeah, the long term effects have been finally residually hitting home for me. And yeah, times are really flipping hard and strange. I'm doing things I've never done before. Uh, Life is harder than it's ever been before in all ways, especially financially. I just can't believe the financial pressures that I'm under right now. It's just freaking amazing. I'm to the point I just don't really care at all. I mean, I really don't. You get to that edge and you either got to care too much or not care at all. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to care too much because I know what that is. So I'm just letting this shit go. Uh, and yeah, literally having people putting me down everywhere I turned this week. It was just an incredible week for that. Um, Turned down everywhere. Every person I asked for anything was a no. Um, and beyond that, I was literally laughed at pretty much all week long. And yeah, it got straight up to where a person just laughed right at me and everything that I'm doing in life. And I just, at that point, and that just happened yesterday. So I'm just like, okay, okay, it's market day. And I got to go face all you people that have been putting me down and laughing at me and all that kind of crap. Okay, let's do this. I mean, yeah, I gotta try to be professional and everything out there in public, but still at the same time, I will plant somebody's butt if they disrespect me to a certain level. I'll take the jail time. They're messing with the Laws Avenue boy. That's the other thing, the strangeness in my life is Laws Avenue. I'm still stuck here in Laws Avenue. Not getting daily death threats. I'm ducking and avoiding, but still, that's what's putting the stress on me is the ducking and avoiding part. I can't live my life without death threats around here. Yeah, and so I'm trying to live two worlds, and I'm trying to, move out of this place, which never seemed going to be happening. Especially again, if I can't make it money to get the frick out of here. Um, so you see my conundrum. Yes, see my conundrum. And yes, today I have to go out in the public and maintain my shit and not lose it. And believe me, this is such a new thing that I'm doing. And even when nobody knew I was out there, I was getting challenged right from day one. Straight up hard challenges from professional people. That has not stopped. In fact, it's only increased. And I'm okay with that because I know that's what I bit that off. That's what I put on my plate. It's not something that comes up to a certain level and stops. It's more like once you turn the faucet on, it never stops and it never slows down. Well, it slow. It can slow down if I can get to a certain level where people understand who I am. I saw that yesterday. It's going to take years actually to get to that place, even in a small community. I couldn't imagine trying to do this in a city. My whole mindset would have to be way different. But since I'm in this little pond, it makes it much easier from a marketing business standpoint and understanding that. you're not going to make any money for a long time. It's going to take years to get your reputation set, despite the fact that I've been doing this for over 25 years. But I haven't been marketing and doing it as a business, which makes it completely different. And so now I no wonder why West Company dropped me and is not helping me with my business, because they were right. I'm way past them. And watching what West Company does, they're a bunch of flipping retards. All they are is money thieves. They know how to fill out grant forms. And so if you don't want a grant and you don't want a loan, they don't want to deal with you. So if they can't put you in debt, they don't want to deal with you, because every time that they give somebody a loan, they get some money. So there's people out in this community. Again, I will plant. I would just, I'd give them fists right in their freaking face like they never had it, and they wouldn't get up. Maybe I wouldn't knock them out first blow, but they're going down. Yeah, I haven't hit anybody in the face in the freaking longest time. Never was much of one for that, anyways. I mean, unless they really freaking earned it. But most of the time, they're just getting flipped down onto the ground and throttled. Don't let anybody in a while either. Just thinking, I really need to get to some place where somebody could, some gym, but they don't practice with people with spinal injuries. There ain't nobody in the world in their right mind is going to want to tussle with me and play around. But at the same time, it would be fun if I had somebody who knew a little and could play with me a little. And it's hard times. I'm going to have to go find me a little kid. All my self-defense training in the last, I'd say, 15, if not 20 years since my last actual. Well, no, I've had fights. Shit, I had a fight 3 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. I got my ass beat. But yeah, little kids. Whenever I get around little kids, they're great because they don't want to worry about hurting me, and all I have to do is worry about hurting them. And yeah, their parents flip out and they see me tussling with their little kid. But yeah, I will get down there on the ground with a little kid and put them on top of me and let them do all their little arm moves on me and around me, and it's heck of fun. Yeah, try it sometime. So that takes the edge off a shitty day, and I shouldn't predefine this day as a shitty day. It's different. It's strange. Never been in this place in my life. Like I said, the pressure. I have only financial pressure, and then of course street pressure, people trying to kill me. So those two things. So actually, I feel sort of good. My health's in a fairly decent spot. I'm gonna have to do a pretty good workout here to get out the door, but I don't have any totally stuck spots that are gonna keep me down. I have a couple places that throughout the day if they're just gonna build up and get me by the end of the day. There's nothing I can do about that. It's getting to be a daily, so that's the good part of life. Despite the fact that my health is extreme and can put me down in a heartbeat, and does, like every other day with something different. My chiropractor just trips out on what goes on in my body and then how I can move through it so quickly. But that's the faith, so I'll move through it. So I got my life set up fairly decent on that part. I do my pop up today, I get a day off, and then I do another pop up, and then I've got the rest of the week to take care of myself, which is not an easy task, and it's taken all the rest of the week to do it. But I still want to keep moving forward and refining my life, and I'm not going to do another pop-up day. I'm still looking for my next compatriot, my next partner, my next, brick and mortar to work with. So what I'm looking for, straight up, and they're just not wanting anything to do with me. It's like anybody that's already in business and making money, they don't want anything to fucking do with me. I don't know what the fuck it is. Uh, I mean, it pisses me off because they're like sitting there. I got mine, and fuck you. And of course, if I was them, I'd be saying the same thing. I got mine, and I'm looking at somebody that doesn't have their shit together, trying to get their shit together, and trying to do that with me. I'm like, okay, fuck you too. I can understand that, but they don't know who I am. And they don't know when they turn me down because I don't have my shit together now. When I get my shit together, I'm going to be the one turning them down. And I clearly see that because I do a different thing. and I'm going a different direction, and I haven't even figured out that direction yet. I've always needed help with it because it requires a lot of writing. I mean, a lot of uh, office work, typing, writing, and it's something that the individuals are supposed to do themselves. And I don't know if I'll ever be able to for multiple reasons. One, my hands don't work well as far as typing or writing for that matter. My brain is not behind it, and I imagine that most people would have those blocks, not the hand thing. That's because of my paralysis. I can't hold a hand position for very long, especially something like writing or typing's easier, but still can't do it for very long because I got to hold my arms in a certain position. It's interesting. I learned this playing video games. I essentially can't even do like a disabled person, just sit and play video games all day without having to do lots of movement because my flipping arms would go numb. They do. They go numb in like, I don't know, seconds. It's not minutes. I can't hold a position for minutes. So there you go. Um, my nerves are got so much pressure behind them that they've got to be moving all the time to keep the circulation. So that's it, Greg. Just making this one for you. This is a Saturday market day. Rough and weird times, man. Weird flipping times. I've spent my entire last 20, almost 30 years doing nothing but trying to stay alive within my own body. And now I finally got my body sort of stabilized, but it's the outside world that's killing me with it's bullshit. So instead of me and my injuries, it's finally coming from where it's supposed to, which is outside. So I'll go face face the world today. It can be interesting. But it's my little house. Fuck them if they don't like it.